Okay,
Thanks for
good.
taking the time, man.
Oh, no worries. No worries at all.
Yeah, how you doing? What's going on these days?
Oh, been good, man. Just busy working, man. Busy working, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that,
Hmm.
and yeah, just been doing some HVAC, doing some carpentry too. I was building a hockey rink this week, man. That was awesome.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so we were putting up the boards, putting up the glass. So that was pretty cool, man. But no, been like I say, man, just been uh busy working, watching football. Um
That's good.
yeah, I'm helping to coach some high school teams out here too, man, working with the kids out here. So just been staying busy, man. It's been good though.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
whereabouts are you? You're in Vancouver or
I'm in Abbotsford now.
Abbotsford? Okay. Okay,
Where are
got
you
it.
now?
I'm in Port Moody. Um,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Great neighborhood.
yeah, I really like it here. So I graduated from BCIT last June, and
Oh, very nice.
yeah, I was like it was tough right away. Like I was trying to find a job and it took all summer. And then I finally got a job right around this
Nice.
time last year. And then I got laid off.
Oh,
And then I was
geez.
right back looking for another job. And then I got hired at KMS Tools in Coquitlam here.
Oh, nice.
And I've been there since February in the marketing. So
Oh, congrats, man. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, thanks. So it's been good. I've really enjoyed it there, and I started this podcast last October, um, and yeah, I've been trying to keep busy with it,
Nice.
and yeah, so yeah, dude. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me. We
No
chatted. I
worries.
believe it was February of last year when you signed with the BC Lions, and
Oh, beautiful, man.
we chatted. I was an intern with the Lions at the time, and yeah, we were just talking
Okay, yeah.
about
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's right. That's right.
You remember now. You remember.
Yes,
I
sir.
talked to you. I talked to Sean White. I talked to Ivan McLennan, I believe his name was, and I talked to Matthew Betts. So
Nice.
I forgot. I'm pretty sure you were one of the first or second. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, dude. You played for Toronto in 2019. You played for Montreal pardon me, Calgary in 2021, and then you signed with the
Yes,
Lions
sir.
for 1 year in 2022. Um, so right now you're busy with work. You're from Ontario, but right now
Yes,
you're
sir.
living in Vancouver.
Yes, sir.
How has kind of been like since we chatted last? How has your football journey
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, man.
ended up to where we're at right now?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. Getting coming into this beginning of the season last year, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. Had a great year. Was able to start a game there. Nathan went down, unfortunately. That was tough to see, but um, he's all right now. But anyhow, yeah, got to go in there, but unfortunately, didn't work out for me. But like I say, man, great experience, great experience. Had a blast, had a blast. And now, it's looking like, not by choice, not by choice, but it's looking like my football career probably coming to an end. That's not to say if I get a call next week, I'll be on a plane ride. I'll be the first one to say that, of course. But the bills keep coming, right? If I could say that, so no doubt, just trying to kind of figure my way now through the next phase of life. Looking like the football chapter's coming to a close. But it was man, it was quite the ride, man. Had a lot of fun, and learned a lot of life lessons. Met a lot of great people, and I'm really thinking it will set me up for success in the next chapter of my life, whatever that may be.
Yeah, that's great. Um, yeah, just talking a little bit about last season. Expectations, I think, from remembering what I was talking about with the other players that I mentioned earlier. They were all huge expectations for the season. There were a lot of new guys that were brought in, like yourself, like Matthew Betts, like Nathan Rourke, and several others. Just talking a little bit about last season. So Nathan's the starting quarterback. You're the backup. What was kind of it like? Because things were going really great, and up until I believe it was week 11, you had to fill in for Nathan. So what was kind of that like leading up to you taking over for a brief moment?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Well, mixed emotion, I would say, right? Because the team doing so well, you love to see it. And Nathan, he was man, he was special, man. Best quarterback in the league, no question. The things he was doing, right? So to see him go down, you mix emotions, like I say, man. You hurting for your brother and for the team as well, but at the same time, you're excited to get your opportunity, man. Something you've been working so hard for. Um, and yeah, man, that week was, a lot of excitement, man. Nerves, yes, but also a lot of excitement. And then unfortunately, get injured in the game. That was tough. That's tough, right? You work your whole life for it, and then it just don't work out for you sometimes. But that's the way it goes sometimes, right? That's sport for you. And yeah, so that was tough. But then the rest of the season, it was nice to get Nate back late. Vernon came in, did well, and he's having a great year again this year. It's good to see that, for the boys. Um, but yeah, going to Winnipeg, freaking those freaking playoff games in Winnipeg, those are hard, man. Those are hard ones to win. So that was tough, but hats off to the Blue Bombers. They earned the home field advantage in the bye week. So yeah, no, but like looking back on it, it was a great season. Coach Campbell, he's an awesome coach, man. He's such a player's coach, and like I think you could see it comes across on the TV screen. The boys just like to have fun out there, man, and it really comes across in the way they play. They play loose, free, and it really is a kids' game we're playing, and they really embody that because every day out they go out there, they're just having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's great. Um, yeah, I mean it seemed like a just a great team. Everything was flowing. The wins were coming in. The stats were rolling up for Nathan as well. He goes down. You take over in week 12, and then what kind of happened between you filling in for Nathan, you going down, and then eventually, I believe it wasn't until week 15 that Vernon Adams Jr. takes over as the starting QB.
Yeah, that was tough. We had bye week after the SAS game there. So I'm thinking, man, see what's going on, try and get healthy. When the serious injury per se I had, I pulled my groin, but it was pretty bad. Like my whole, basically from my knee, up to my hip was purple, man. It was bad. It was a
Ooh,
bad one.
what
Yeah, it was a bad
happened?
one.
It was
Just a
purple.
pulled groin,
Mm,
man. But it
yeah.
was a bad one because yeah, it was bleeding. It was bleeding quite
R-
bad. And so that's something you don't want to mess with, especially as a quarterback, man. It's all lateral movement, right? But anyways, I'm
Man.
thinking, just get healthy, get some treatment, be back soon. And uh no, it wasn't soon later that, coaches and GM, decided to go a different direction, bring in VA. And like I say again, that's something else you get to have mixed feelings about, right? You're just, you know, you you want to play again, right? But at the same time, it's like you want to support the team. So, that's part of being a professional is balancing those two things in your head, but yeah, it was a great time, tough time. But that's professional sport for you too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You mentioned having like mixed feelings when these injuries take place. Obviously, you want what's best for the team, and the team decides to go with Vernon. What was like because obviously like I didn't know the severity of the injury because like you're not going to find that kind of info on the internet, right? So what was the recovery process like? Did it go all the way to the end of the year?
It was I mean, it took a couple weeks just to get back to feeling good, but definitely it was something that was just there all year for sure at that point. But nothing that would have held me back after, just getting it kind of settled down a little bit, but it's something I definitely had to monitor for the rest of the year for sure.
So were you able to like back up at the end of the season?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was good to go by the end there. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great, man. Um, so um I believe your contract expired in February of this year, and
Yes, sir.
then they traded, I believe 9 days later they traded for Dane Evans, and now he's
That's
the
right.
backup quarterback.
That's right.
So obviously, I mean, like from what I can see, like you had that injury, which seems severe, but would you say it could have been a lot worse? Like you were able to come back and be the backup at the end of the year as well, too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, like I say, man, it was bad at the time, but it wasn't something that was lasting a long time, which is a blessing in
Hmm.
and of itself, right? No surgery needed, nothing like that. But I know it's unfortunate, man, the timing and how it happened and everything. But like I say, that's ball, and yeah, like you say, they ultimately decided to go a different direction. And yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but like I say, man, that's professional sport.
Hmm.
They're trying to win football games and do what they think is best for the team, and then I totally understand that. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but I understand that where they're coming from for sure, and what their thought process is.
Yeah. Did did you like were you able to like did you know that it was just like a 1 year the 1 year contract that expired in February? Were you surprised by any way, or were you just you knew that they were going to move on, or they were going to trade for like to get a backup, because obviously Nathan wasn't there, but you were looking at as the quarterback, and ultimately up till your contract expired. Nathan was gone long before that, I believe. Like, well, maybe not long before that, but I mean, they how come they decided to go in this direction, this almost a huge change in direction with the quarterbacks?
No, that's a great question, man, and I wish I knew honestly, but they felt like BA was doing his thing there, and they felt like they wanted to get Dane Evans in. It was another great quarterback, man. He's had a lot of proven success in the league already. But yeah, no, they ultimately that was the decision they made, and like I say, man, that's football.
Yeah.
But you know, but yeah, that's how it goes.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
What were kind of your plans after that, when they didn't re-sign you? And I mean, you're 30 years old now, and you have like there's still so many possibilities too, right?
Man, yeah, dude, it was yeah, it's just a lot. It's confusing, not confusing, but it's just a lot of uncertainty, I would say, after February, right? Free agency come and go, and I'm not signed to a team, and I'm thinking, I'm still training at the time, and thinking like, yo, I'll stay ready. You never know what could happen. It's a long season, and I think, yeah, I think when it got about midway through the season this year, no calls came in. Uh, I was close to going to SAS there for a minute, but
Oh
they
yeah.
ultimately they traded for Pip though. Funny how that works, eh?
Yeah.
Because we were both with BC the other year, but anyhow, yeah. So I was close to going to SAS there for a second, but nothing came of that. And then I just figured out like, yeah, like I'd love to keep playing, but I mean the bills don't stop coming, right? And I gotta I gotta grow up at some point. Not grow up, but kind of just start my career, man, post football career, and try and find my footing in the world. And football was a blessing. Like I say, man, 4 years post college, I got to play and chase my dreams, man. But at the same time, it's something that I always knew was coming to an end, and I knew that it uh, wasn't going to be around forever. And so it's a blessing. Ultimately, it is a blessing that that ended when it did, because now I'm able to. Well, I'm still young enough. I'm 27, right? I'm still young enough to kind of have some time to kind of reorient myself, and uh, figure out what I want to do in life, right? I think that's a blessing in and of itself. Playing football for so long is helped me to realize what kind of life I want to live, and what kind of person I want to be. What kind of values I have, and I don't know. It's given me a lot of great things in my life, and it's been a blessing ultimately. But now, like I say, it's allowing me to uh, open the next door and see what's behind that.
Yeah. Sorry, I said you were 30. Why did I
Oh man, no worries.
I was
But
reading someone else's
yeah,
birthday.
no
No,
worries, man. But
27.
no,
Pardon
yeah,
me.
being 27 still, you know what I mean though? It's like if this process were to happen at 32, I feel like it'd be a lot more difficult uh in terms of leaving football, right? But to be 27 still, it's given me some time to just say, okay, let me take a deep breath here. I had a great run playing football, for 20 years. But let me just take some time to myself, and try and figure out, what I want to do in life and what kind of life I want to live. So, yeah, it's been a blessing.
Yeah, that's great, man. You mentioned like right I guess earlier this year you were still training, you were still obviously ready to play in the CFL. You were still training and all that. What kind of like football training have you been doing or were you doing in the off season in case you were to get picked up by another team?
Oh yeah, I was doing a lot of training, man. It was lifting about 4 times a week, doing runs 3 times a week, throwing 4 times a week, yoga, swimming, treatments, doing all that, keeping the body fresh, ready to go. Um, it's a process, especially QB, man. There's a lot of variables, right, that go into it. So yeah, I was just like I say, I was training hard, man, because I was saying, if I get another shot, I want to make sure that I leave it all out there. Um, but yeah, like I say, that didn't transpire, unfortunately. But that's how it goes sometimes, like I say. So just, but I'm still good to go, man. I'm still good to go. I get a phone call, I'll be on that plane. I'll be ready to go.
That's great. So you're still training like right now?
Oh, yes, sir. Well,
Okay.
not as much, not as frequently, right?
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, but staying keeping the body good to go, in good shape. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great, man. I've been following you on Instagram ever since we chatted last year, and I've been seeing the training videos. And
Oh,
uh,
nice, nice.
yeah, I've been like, I think a lot of quarterbacks do that just because like that's what they should be doing, right? They should be training, they should be promoting themselves, they
Oh,
should be,
yeah, yeah.
making sure that everybody that tunes into them knows that they're still training and everything. Um,
Yes,
were
sir.
you were you training like any sort of like coaching football or anything like that, or were you involved in any sort of camps or things like that, or
You mean like as a coach or as like a player?
as a coach or anything like that?
Oh, coaching, yeah. Helping out Showtime. I don't know if you're familiar with the Instagram Showtime, but we were putting on like free camps across Vancouver just for the kids, running 7-on-7 tournaments and skill session for the kids. And so that was great. Like I say, man, I've been blessed to have a great coach in my career, man, both here and south the border as well. And so I feel like, you know, I'm very knowledgeable about the quarterback position, but the game also in general too, and it's something I have a passion about, giving back to the kids, right? So anytime I can do that, I'm helping to coach WJ Mowat out here in Abbotsford, helping them out when I can. So yeah, just staying involved in the game, man. And that's one of the beauties I found after leaving the game. I was kind of sad, but I also found the beauty of, hey, man, I could be involved in the game for the rest of my life, man, because that's what coaching is, man.
For sure, yeah. Have you been to any of the Lions games this year yet?
Yeah, I've been to a couple. Been to a couple. I'm definitely going this Friday, man.
Oh,
That's a big
October
one.
this Friday, next Friday?
I think
Yeah.
so. It's
Okay. Winnipeg.
because the winner has the inside shot at the bye for the playoffs, right? So that'll be a good game. Definitely don't want to miss that. But yeah, I've been to like
Okay.
two or three home games so far this year. Yeah, nice to go out see the boys, man. And we get some good seats too, which is cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whereabouts? I'm going to that game too.
But yeah, I'm trying to get the ones kind of right on the field level there. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like on the
think
opposite side of the sideline, or sorry, the sideline opposite of where the benches are. There's that whole seating area at the bottom, man. So
okay.
see what we can pull off.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. Yeah, for sure. Um, did you see that did you see that Colin Kaepernick signed to a negotiations list with
Oh
the
yeah,
Lions?
yeah, man,
Do you
that'd be
know what that
cool.
means? I'm confused. I'm like,
Oh, neg list. Oh,
yeah.
that means it means basically if someone wants to go play in the CFL, then if they're on a team's neg list, then they're the ones that they can only get signed to. So
Okay.
it's I mean, in a sense, it's a way to if in a very simple and not correct way to think about it, but it's a simple way to think about it. It's like a draft for American players.
Okay. Is it
You know what I mean?
just American players or
Yeah, because the Canadians, you get drafted or you become a free agent. But the American, there's no draft for the American, so they basically all become free agents. But what if there's someone that like a team wants to go after? Then that's when they go put them on the neg list.
okay. Huh. So is that initiated by the Lions then or by him?
Oh, by the Lions, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with him.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that has yeah. So you'll see like what's a good example
Does that happen a lot? Because
like Trace McSorley. You know Trace McSorley. He
yep.
was QB Baltimore, Arizona. Like
Yep.
he was on Calgary Stampeders neg list, even though
Okay.
he never even like heard about probably the CFL or someone like I'm trying to think who else is the big names that get on the neg list, like
Like
JT Barrett. Oh well, he came
okay.
up though,
Like
but
this probably happens a lot, right? Some of these guys.
well, there's only a certain amount of players each team can have on their neg list, right?
Okay.
And that's why a lot of teams will neg list the quarterbacks because it's like I don't know, you can find thousands of great receivers, O linemen, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
But you want to make sure you get that one the QB right, and they are having a hard time trying to bring QBs to Canada too. So, but the
Hmm.
Neglis, like I say, man, just like when Manziel came to play in the CFL, he didn't pick what team he wanted to go to because he was already on the Neglis of Hamilton.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
But and he play for Hamilton? I don't remember now.
Well, he got traded to Montreal, and
Okay.
that's where he played there.
Yeah, funny story of the story of Manziel is a funny one.
Yeah,
That's cool,
no
man.
doubt.
Are you keeping up with the NFL at all?
Oh, big time. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a big Dolphins fan, so
Oh,
I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man.
have you been a Dolphins fan since before 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, man. Since
Okay,
I
that's
was a
good.
little kid, so
Oh,
yeah, I've
nice,
been through
nice.
a lot of lean years, man. It's nice to
Hmm.
see Brady finally out of the AFC East, but as soon as Brady leaves the AFC East, Josh Allen comes in. But it's looking
Yeah.
like Tua, man. It's because remember Tua and Herbert were the same draft class.
Hmm.
Everyone was saying like, "Oh man, just imagine if the Dolphins would have drafted Herbert to the Tua." But it's looking like Tua's a baller, man. So you love to see it. Love to see it. And McDaniel, at the time when the Dolphins hired McDaniel, I was like, because it was between McDaniel and Kellen Moore, I was thinking to myself, man, they should have hired Kellen Moore. He runs a really cool offense. But looking back, I'm happy
That's
they signed McDaniel.
well, it's funny to see more on the Chargers now with
Yeah,
Herbert.
yeah, yeah. tie it all together. Yeah, that's right. And
That's
he's
funny.
doing well too. Herbert, man, he's killing it.
Oh
But the
yeah.
Chargers, how can they have like a defensive head coach and just give up 30 points a game? It just don't make sense to me. And they have Mac and Bosa off the edge, so it's not like they can't get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either. I think a lot of people are surprised that Staley's still there because it was
Yeah,
just an
he's got to go.
awful year last year, especially just in the playoffs with
Yeah.
that one game. But
Oh yeah. Oh, the big yeah. They the Jacksonville game. And then did
yeah.
you see that like 4th and 1 call they had last week versus Minnesota? It was. I don't know if you remember, but it was like 4th and 1, and there's
That
like
was
a
last
minute
week, right?
last week, and there's like a
Yeah.
minute 30 left, and they're on their own 25, up four, I think, or some, and then they
Mhm.
go for it, man, and they don't get it. It's just like, man, you got to punt that ball, man.
Yeah.
Also, they ran like the fullback dive, which is like the play. I hate that play, man. I love Kellen Moore, but that play I didn't like that play because the fullback has no momentum, man. They just give it to him. He's only 1 yard behind the QB, no momentum. He just hits a wall and fall, man. Like at least give it to the back who's got a full head of steam. But that's just me though.
Yeah, I don't remember that play, but I bet I mean, if it was a 4th and 1, I mean, I'm pretty sure Herbert does quarterback sneaks all the
QB
time.
sneak too, yeah.
Yeah, or I
Yep.
mean, well, they don't have Eckler right now, as far as I know. So
Oh, that's
even
right.
more of a reason to punt too. Instead, if
Yeah,
you're not sure that you're going to get that 1 yard line from a back, then.
yeah.
But anyway,
No, too silly. I love the 4th down aggressiveness. Don't get me wrong, but time and place, man. That's terrible time and place, man.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well, yeah,
no,
I'm
Miami tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Miami Buffalo, man. That'll be a good one.
yeah, I'm gonna try and catch as much of that game as I can. Yeah, I'm going to the Lions and Bombers game next week because my dad,
Nice.
he's a Bombers fan because he's from
Oh,
Winnipeg. So
okay.
he cares, like he's lived here for probably almost 40 years, but he still cares more about the Bombers than the
Yeah.
Lions. He cares more about the Jets than the Canucks. He
Oh,
cares more
yeah.
about the Vikings than the Seahawks, for crying out loud.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Oh, man. Oh, that
well,
must be the
yeah,
TMA for the Winnipeggers, the
I think
Vikings,
so. Yeah.
because it's right south. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he also lived in Toronto, so he likes the Bills as well, and
Okay.
also just because they haven't won a Super Bowl, so well, same with Minnesota. It's nice to root for those teams as well. So
Yeah. Bills never won a Super Bowl. I know they went
no,
to four straight and lost four straight, but they never won one. Aside from that,
yeah.
that's crazy. That's wild, man.
Well, yeah,
For
I
such
thought last
yeah.
year was going to be the year for them, but uh,
No, no. They when Miami almost beat them in the playoffs with a third string QB, I knew they were toast when they went to go see Burrow the next week. And then since he just destroyed him.
yeah,
21-0 in the first quarter, if my memory served me well.
pretty sure it was in Buffalo too.
It was in
That's
Buffalo
what's
too,
even
yeah.
more weird about that
Yep.
game. Yeah.
So and then this year they lost as the Jets week 1. That was a crazy game, man. But it looks like they'll be all right though.
Oh yeah, like a lot of people think that the Dolphins are gonna, wipe the floor with Buffalo tomorrow, but I mean
No,
that
it'll
might
be competitive.
happen, but there's no reason to not think Buffalo is going to be good this year. Once they get Von Miller back, I think they're a completely different team.
Oh, he'll be back this year, hey?
Yeah,
Sometime.
I think he's on the pup
Nice.
list, so he's set to miss the first 4 weeks. But
Or
that doesn't
okay.
mean he's back on week 5. I'm pretty sure he's just it's just what's best for the team
Yeah.
on the pup
That's
list.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's like not
Yeah.
having TJ Watt or not having Nick Bosa. Like you put Von Miller
Yeah.
back
That's
in,
yeah.
it's huge. So,
Exactly.
but yeah,
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to that game tomorrow as well, and on Monday night, Seattle and New York. That should be a good one too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
Monday night matchup. So,
Nice. My
yeah,
buddy's a big Giants fan, so
yeah,
I'm like, man, I feel bad for you this year. Just that was 60-0 after the first 6 quarters, man. That's unreal, man. But they ended up winning that game in week 2. It was a big comeback there versus Arizona, I believe.
yep. That was
Yeah.
about to be a disaster
Yeah.
because it's Arizona. So,
Yeah. Then Arizona beat Dallas, man. That was cool to see. I hate Dallas personally, so I love any time they lose. But I freaking bet on them, man. I'm not gonna bet on Dallas anymore to win just because
Yeah,
it didn't feel right cheering for
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, man.
them.
That's cool, man. Hey, that's yeah, all the questions I had. Thanks so much for
Okay,
spending
great.
the time, Michael. That was great. Great
Yeah,
talk.
no worries.
Yeah, dude. I
Any
hope
way I can help, let me know, man.
yeah, I hope just keep training, just keep showing that you're ready to go because I mean, you're still a young guy. You're still ready to go play QB, man. I'm
Oh, yes, sir. Appreciate that.
yeah. I hope you get back in there one way or another, back in the
Oh,
CFL
man.
or whatever else
Appreciate that.
happens. Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
that. You never know. Life's crazy, man. You never know.
It
You never
is.
know.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay.
Thanks for talking.
Cheers.
I'll see you later, man.
Yes, sir. Maybe we'll see you at the game. You never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Friday.